Fox stares transfixed at the front door, watching keenly for the slightest hint of movement in the ornate brass doorknob. He has sensed for the last 2 days, as Madame Marbeuf has become increasingly agitated, that something is going on. Now he can smell it, literally taste it in the air. Ever since moving into the big old house in the country and his friend Lucien has gone away to school, he had always been able to tell when the boy would be home. He hated letting him go off on his own, but having visited the school several times, he had quickly determined that it was a place best left to Lucien and all the other humans. Their separations still made him desperately sad, but he had quickly learned that they were only temporary, and that his closest friend would always come back for him. Now it was not just the woman's growing impatience to get everything in the house spotlessly clean and free of the good old smells that linger there that gets his attention. Fox already knows that the boy is coming. He feels it, and he knows to sit and wait until he can smell it too. The heavy door has no windows, but he sees right through it, sensing far beyond it. Any slight puff of air that comes in beneath it is a breath of new information. As the boy gets closer, the smells paint a picture in Fox's head, showing him exactly where Lucien is. Out on the road, passing the dairy cows, taking their secret path across the fields of rye, turning into the drive that leads right up to the door. So he waits patiently for Lucien's preordained arrival, using his nose and ears to mark the boy's progress. He can be patient because the little spaniel knows that in his entire world there is nothing more important to do than this. Honestly, Fox, Madame Marbeuf comments as she suddenly materializes behind him, swishing out of one room and into the next in constant motion. You've been sitting there for hours. I have no idea when Lucien will be home. He's walking again. It's so odd how he prefers to walk these days rather than be driven. Fox looks at her for a moment, then turns back to the door, as if to say honestly, do you really not know that he is almost here? Madame Marbeuf sees the look on the little dog's face and continues, yes, I know how you miss your friend. You wait there for as long as you care to. With that, she sweeps into the house, calling out to one of the kitchen staff as she goes, Martine, has the silver been polished yet? A woman's voice can be heard from another room responding impatiently, yes, madam. Of course, it's all been tended to. Fox ignores the exchange, focused entirely on the doorknob now. He begins to pant. His tail starts to sweep the floor behind him. He waits and watches and smells. He gets to his feet. The door makes a slight movement, and then the knob shifts with the weight of a hand on it. He crouches down. The doorknob turns, and the big old door begins to sweep open, pulling with it a fresh infusion of scent. The smells explode into the dog's nose and head. Fox lunges, leaping exuberantly toward the spot in space that he knows will be filled in a moment by his best friend.